In this video, I'm going to show you what you need to do if you want to quickly scale your traffic with Pinterest. And I'm going to talk about my own case study. This is one of my Pinterest accounts. I created this account around 5 months ago in February. And yesterday, this site managed to get over 1.7k outbound clicks. So if you feel stuck, if your daily clicks are not growing, then who knows, maybe this video will be helpful. Okay, first you need to know a little bit more details about this site. So it was created in mid-February. It's a fairly new site and all of the content is AI generated, but it's optimized for high quality because I'm using high quality prompts. And of course, I'm using AI to create pins as well. I'm using Ideogram AI, which in my opinion is the best tool to create pins for Pinterest. And as you can see on the image, at the moment there are over 300 published articles, and it's quite a lot, but at the same time it's not like it's thousands of articles. It's definitely achievable for anyone who's using AI. And what's important, I have to mention that this site is connected to an old Pinterest account that belonged to my family member. This is one of the reasons why this account grows so quickly, and it proves my theory that old accounts have better authority on the platform. So if you can use an old Pinterest account, I'm telling you, use an old Pinterest account. When it comes to money, I'm currently using Ezoic for that website. The RPMs are not that great, definitely not as good as on Journey, for example, but it's not bad, $10 or something like that. It's quite decent. So let's break down the stats a little bit, because yesterday it was one of my best days ever on Pinterest on that account. I'm getting closer to 2,000 outbound clicks on that account, so that's a very good result. And what's important, 1 month ago, exactly 1 month ago on June 27th, there were only 800 outbound clicks. In May, 700 clicks. In April, 260 clicks. So it seems that everything is growing very quickly. Now, the reason why I'm experiencing this massive increase of traffic is because of the fact that at the end of June, I started adding a lot of new articles. I'm talking about 10 articles per day. So now at the end of July, some of these new articles from June are starting to get traffic. And it's a very good sign because I added a lot of content, and I think that the traffic is only going to grow further. And you know, I've been doing it for a long time and I've seen a lot of people trying this business model. I know a lot of people who are trying to make money with Pinterest, and they are not successful because they mess things up. A lot of people think that they will publish 20 or 30 articles and then just publish a few pins, and then suddenly they will get thousands of clicks every single day. But the truth is that it's not how it works, especially not right now, because right now content is super easy to produce with AI. It's not a problem to create 10, 20 or 30 articles every single day. Honestly, it's not a problem if you are using the right tools. And considering the fact that Pinterest currently loves fresh URLs that were never published on the platform, if you are just consistently posting the same URLs and you have only 30 or 40 articles, well, you are cooked. And of course, to publish a lot of pins, you need a lot of content. And if you are not publishing new content and you have just 30 articles on your site, well, it's gonna be easy for you to lose with people like me who are posting 10 or 20 articles every single day. And honestly, I'm not saying this to brag about my productivity or to offend you, but this is reality. This is how it works right now. If you want real results, you need a lot of new content. Okay, so now we know that Pinterest values fresh content. They love new URLs, but how do we approach it? Well, in my opinion, as a creator, you need to figure out how to create a lot of content, a lot of high quality content very fast. On one hand, you can use tools like SEOwriting.ai or something like that to create basically hundreds of articles with just one click, but sometimes the quality of these articles is not that good. That's why I'm using my own tools and my own prompts that help me generate content faster. But the main takeaway from this strategy is that you need to find new ideas for articles, you need to scale content with AI, you need to publish pins for these new articles, and you have to repeat that process. If you are doing 10 articles per day, 10 new articles, along with 10 new pins, well, it's gonna result with massive reach. If you want to use that strategy, you need to do the right research. So in my opinion, you should definitely plan your next 100 or 300 articles. I would, for example, create a list of 100 articles that you want to produce in the next 30 days. Then once you have the list, you simply have to create all of these articles and take it from there. When it comes to planning content, well, there is a few different ways of how you can approach it. Personally, I like to use PinClicks. This is honestly the best keyword research tool that you can possibly get for Pinterest, and it's quite expensive, around $30 per month, but there is a free trial available, so if you want to check it out, just check out the link in the description or go to pinclicks.com. But overall, PinClicks will give you access to a lot of data, and it's going to be massively helpful to plan your next 100 or 300 articles. And if you don't really know what to write about, you can always expand your niche. For example, let's say that you have a blog about home decor with a lot of listicles and home decor ideas. If that's the case, why don't you expand it a little bit and create new sections, for example, about gardens or houseplants or cleaning? There are so many different niches and sub-niches that you can target that it's pretty easy. Another example, let's say that you have a food blog with a lot of chicken and beef recipes. Why don't you expand it a little bit and create content about, I don't know, vegan or vegetarian recipes, or like some different diets, keto, something like that, low carb, so many different diets. So honestly, the opportunities are just endless. So honestly, when you think about it, it's not that difficult to come up with new article ideas for your blog. You can target a lot of different niches on the same site. Once you plan your future content, well, now it's time to execute. So I recommend using either ChatGPT or Claude or DeepSeek to write content. And obviously it's gonna take some time, but no one said it's going to be easy. When it comes to images, I recommend using either Ideogram for high quality AI images, or you can use royalty-free stock images from Unsplash or Pexels. And for those who want to start food blogs with AI, I recommend using my own AI recipe writer, which uses DeepSeek and Ideogram to create high quality content. All of these articles that you see here were created with literally just one click. And the quality of these articles is actually very high. This is what I'm doing on all of my food blogs, and it seems to work. These articles seem to get traction from Pinterest, and they are high quality, at least in my opinion. I recorded a separate video about this tool, so if you want to check it out, it's available on my channel. And if you want to get access to that tool, it's inside of the PinLions community. So currently this is what I'm doing, and in my opinion this is the strategy that guarantees fast results. You need to create 10 new blog posts every single day, and you need to create one pin for each of these blog posts. So it's going to be 10 new articles and 10 new pins for each of these URLs. But at the same time, assuming that you already have enough content, you should also post 15 pins per day for older posts. So in the end, you are posting 25 pins per day. If you want to try it, just do it, because this is what I'm doing on all of my Pinterest accounts, and each one of these accounts is actually growing, and it's growing fast. But at the same time, you have to remember that it still takes some time to manage it, because even if you use AI to create 10 blog posts, you still have to use AI to create prompts for pins. You have to create these pins. You have to upload pins to Pinterest. You have to copy and paste all of the URLs. So it's still quite a lot of manual work, but in my opinion, it's totally worth it. And of course, you have to remember that your consistency is your biggest asset, because all of my accounts are growing because I don't skip days. Even when I'm tired or busy, I post something. Even if it's not 25 pins, it's gonna be 5 pins, but it's never 0. In my opinion, it's the same like with going to the gym. It's better to go to the gym for half an hour and just do some light workout or light cardio session instead of not going to the gym at all. And this is probably the biggest Pinterest secret. You have to be consistent, and you have to show up even if it's not convenient. And even if you are not seeing any results, you should still keep on posting pins. Okay, the main takeaway I want you to get from this video is that Pinterest loves fresh content. So if you want to grow fast, you need to post a lot of new content every single day. So what you can do now is to create a plan for your next 100 or 300 articles. Just consistently create new content and with time you will see that it's going to build up your traffic. And of course, you don't want to write your content manually. You have to use AI to make it as fast as possible, but at the same time you have to make sure that the quality is also very high. If you stick to creating between 5 to 10 new articles per day, and you are going to publish pins for these new articles along with pins for older articles, trust me, the traffic is going to build over time. And if you want to get access to all of the tools, all of the prompts, and all of the workflows that I'm using on a daily basis, join the PinLions community. The link is in the description. We have 60 members already, and everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone is growing on Pinterest. So if you want to use the same strategies that I'm using to grow my Pinterest accounts, you know what to do. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and if it was, consider subscribing to this channel. See you next time.